Hello Year 4 and welcome to our new IPC topic for this term. So it is me today rather than Mr. Nugent, as you've probably guessed. I think this is just going to be a one-off that I'm doing today. It was something to do with the planning. He is still doing the second part of this week's learning, but I think after that it will go back to normal. So based on these pictures that you can see on the screen, what do you think our new topic might be on? So we've got a picture of an octopus, we've got some flowers or plants, we've got the sea, and what looks like a cliff, we've got some rocks and pebbles, we've got the sky, some sea and some land, some water lilies, some fish and some birds. So what do you think our new IPC topic might be on? I can confirm it is on land, sea and sky. So we're going to be learning about all kinds of things on land, in the sea and in the sky. Okay, so we're looking at lots of different things. It's a very scientific based topic, but we'll also be doing lots of fun things along the way too. So let's get going then. Our learning intention today is to be able to create a mind map. So it's quite a fun lesson today where we're just going to think about what you already know and what you'd like to know, basically. So your success criteria is to think about what you already know, to write what you would like to know, and to try and answer the key questions. And we'll go into the key questions a bit later on in the video. So what I want you to do is think about a time where you have visited a pond or the sea. Here are some pictures just to jog your memory if you can't remember, because it might have been a while since some of you have been out to maybe a beach or a pond. Or maybe even in the school pond, because we do have a school pond. If you have ever been there, then think back to your time at the school pond. What I want you to think about is these key questions. So when you're at either the beach, with the sea, or by a pond, what might you smell, hear, touch at a pond or by the sea? So think about your senses. Which types of plants and animals are suited to living in or near water? So when you're near the sea, what kind of animals and plants do you think are living in the sea or around the sea? Which animals are connected to water habitats by food chains? Let me just change that. There we go. So habitats mean where something lives, and then so a water habitat is where there's water, where things and creatures live in water, and by food chains. Now we are going to look at food chains later on in the term. Food chains are where different animals eat different things, and there's a chain of which animals eat which food. We'll go into more detail with that later on. And then the final question, which other animals are found near the water habitat that you're thinking of? So what I want you to do is pause the video and either have a think about this, or if there's someone at home to discuss this with, then discuss each of these questions, either with a pond or near the sea or both, and have a think about these in relation to a pond or a beach. So hopefully you've had a quick chat about that with someone at home, or we've had to think about it. It's really hard at home because in school we would normally have a big conversation about it, and I would ask you all to think with your partner and then come back to me, and it's not the same online, and I'm sorry about that. So what you're going to do then, your activity today, is to create a mind map. So your mind map today is based on our new topic, land, sea and sky, and it should include your own answers for the 3 key questions. We're going to go through those in a minute. So you're going to have 3 questions which you need to write the answers, or what you think the answers are. So today it's all about me finding out what you already know. So don't worry if you don't know it, just write what you think the answer is. Then the second part is what you would like to find out about in our topic of land, sea and sky. So any questions that you have about anything to do with something on land, something in the sea or the sky. And then finally, pictures or drawings of animals and creatures you might find in or near water, and that can be in the pond or the sea. So any animals or creatures that you might find in a pond or in the sea, and it would be great if you could label them as well. So your key questions then to answer on your mind map. We have, where does all the water in our seas, lakes and rivers come from? So some of you might not know, and that's fine. That's why we're going to learn about it. But what I would like you to do is write down what you think. So what you think about where all the water comes from. So you could use a globe to look at all the water in the world, or a map if you have a map at home, or just a picture of the Earth online. Maybe go onto Google Earth and see actually how much water there is on the Earth, and think about where does that all come from. Second question is, what lives near water? So think about other creatures which might live near a lake, pond, or the sea. There's a little clue here. I'm sure a lot of you are know about what these are. We have them. We have quite a few in Plymouth. So think about maybe birds or other kind of creatures which might be near ponds or lakes or in the sea. And then finally, what do you think is under the sea? So what I want you to do is think about films like Finding Nemo or Finding Dory. What plants and animals live in the sea? So what kind of plants and animals do Nemo, Dory, and I can't remember what his dad is called, but the dad find when they're on their travels to try and find Nemo or Dory. There's a picture there with some clues as well. So I want you to think about that, and that's the part where you can actually draw some of the animals and the creatures which you write about. So the more colourful and the more pictures, the better your mind map will be. So make it as creative as you can. So as I just said, try and make your mind map as creative as possible. There is a template which I've made. If you would like to use it, I will upload it as a PDF if you want to just print it as it is, and I will also upload it as a Word document. So if you do have Word at home and you would like to edit it or do it online, then feel free to do that. And if you want to create your own, then that's fine as well. If you want to do it from scratch, that's absolutely fine. Here are some ideas of different kinds of mind maps. So we've got one here with kind of the arrows, and they go off into different parts. It looks a bit like branches of a tree, I guess. This one with circles, so they're all in like little spots, and they all branch out into spots. Sorry. And then lastly, this one. So this one's quite cartoonish. There's lots of drawings and things, and it's very full. I quite like this one, but I bet it probably takes quite a while to do. So remember to send in your mind map once you've finished. It'd be great for us to see what you know and what you want to find out about land, sea and sky. And then hopefully we can put some on the website too. Hopefully you enjoy making your mind map, and thank you for watching.